Trust you're having a good afternoon on this 7th day of January. Many thanks for joining us on a weekend at 1. My name is Mitchelle Ngele. Our sign language interpreter is Meresha Owiti. Let's begin with the highlights. Teachers Union wants 2016 KCSE results recalled and done afresh.
What the government is advising, especially the youth, is to make sure that they don't break the law.
We are watching all hate mongers online, and Kaiseri warns.
Ingefaa tujadiliane twende safari moja kama Wakenya, hatujachelewa.
And Kenya is going down a dangerous path. Karua warns over election laws conflict. Welcome to the program. Let's begin with that fallout of Kenya's secondary school examinations, KCSE. The Kenya National Union of Teachers is demanding that results of the 2016 Kenya KCSE examination be immediately recalled. In a statement, NAT says the setting, marking and grading of the 2016 exam was done in total disregard of procedure and proved to be unfair to hundreds of thousands of candidates. NAT claims that boys failed miserably compared to girls because boys chose mainly subjects that were deliberately and unfairly marked down by examiners. NAT is now calling for a fresh moderation of the marking schemes as well as grading of the 2016 secondary school exam. Now, Kenya's Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Nkaiseri has cautioned youth against being used by politicians to fuel violence during this electioneering period. Speaking to thousands of young people at Kisaju Isinya in Kajiado West, Nkaiseri said a crackdown on youth inciting each other on social media has already begun.
This is an election year, and what the government is advising, especially the youth, is to make sure that they don't break the law, they don't follow unnecessary intimidation from politicians, and they don't get, carried away by sentiments. And I want to urge them not misuse the freedom of the social media. I want them to exactly advance what is important, what is peaceful, what is respectful for this nation.
NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua has called for dialogue to resolve the impasse pitting the opposition against the government over electoral laws ahead of the August 2017 general election. Karua said the disagreement on whether to use a manual or electronic system for results transmission is not safe for a country embarking on a process as important as a general election.
Lakini iko mambo mengine hapa Kenya, historia yetu imeonyesha hiyo mambo tukipitisha tukiwa pamoja ndio inakuwa sawa sawa bila kuvurutana. Na kwa hivyo mimi nasema kwa sababu bado iko mnuguniko, ningeomba na ninasema hatujachelewa. Viongozi wetu wa huko bunge na kule juu wakiona bado ingefaa tujadiliane twende safari moja kama Wakenya, hatujachelewa. Na tukienda safari moja taifa letu la Kenya linapata nguvu zaidi. Tukienda kama wengine wananugunika, safari inakuwa ndefu. Mimi ningeomba kila kiongozi tufikirie tena, tuone je, kama tunaweza kaa pamoja tena, inaweza faa ndivyo tuende safari bila mnuguniko. Hiyo tu ndio ningeuliza. Nikikumbuka 1997 nilikuwa moja wa wale katika bunge, tulikaa na serikali ya KANU chini, tukatengeneza Interparties Parliamentary Group IPPG, na ndivyo tukaenda safari moja kwa uchaguzi.
Profiled individuals holding illegal firearms in Transmara have 14 days to surrender the weapons or face arrest. The Narok County Commissioner has also said that those holding illegal firearm licenses but have misused the privilege will be arrested by police commanders and have their licenses revoked. Parts of Transmara have witnessed deadly inter-community conflicts in recent days, leading to deaths of at least 9 people and displacements.
Those people who are holding those firearms that are illegal, since they have been profiled and they have been identified through peace committees and through our chiefs and other leaders, that they can return those firearms within the next 14 days. If they can surrender them to the police, the better for them. Failure to do that, the police commanders are going to go for those individuals who have already been profiled in Transmara East and West and other areas, so that we ensure that our population is free from illegal firearms. But even those who have been licensed to hold firearms, there are some of them who may be using them for unlawful activities. Those licenses will be withdrawn as and when we are able to get information about the specific individuals who are doing that.
A section of leaders from Baringo County have asked the Deputy President to desist from what they call a meddling in the affairs of the county. They questioned William Ruto's move of endorsing Simon Chelugui, who is the current betting control and licensing board director, to vie for the Senate seat in the coming elections. They termed the move as a personal grudge between the Deputy President and the Baringo Senator Gideon Moi.
Our main concern is that our political aspirants have abandoned Baringo County, they have abandoned the fortress, they are all trooping to somebody's home in Eldoret, Wasingishu, Sugoi, to be endorsed. This is what Baringo people are saying no. For example, all along we have known Mr. Simeon Chelugui to be interested in contesting the gubernatorial seat for Baringo. And we were surprised and astonished 3 days ago that a delegation went to Sugoi and the Deputy President asked Chelugui not to contest the gubernatorial seat but to go for the Senate. The reason is because the Deputy President has a bone to pick with the Senator, and he wanted to get somebody who can suit the Senator.
We do respect you as the Deputy President of Kenya, but you have taken our respect for granted. Respect our leaders, respect our democratic space, and if you want to help us, we have many problems in Baringo. We have insecurity now. You have been coming here severally to tell us that the issue of insecurity will be something of the past. You have come here to help us or actually promise us many projects. Marigat, Karandi, Mochongoi Road. You have come and said before the end of this year, we'll have that road. Now, it has never been initiated. There is other areas and other key projects you have promised Baringo people, but you have never even initiated even one. We want to tell you, if Gideon Moi is your project, forget about it.
Leaders from the Nyanza region have given President Uhuru Kenyatta a month to direct Treasury to pay the 4.2 billion shillings that the Lake Basin Development Authority owes the Cooperative Bank. Nyando Member of Parliament Fred Outa, Opio Wandai of Ugunja, James Nyikal of Seme, Sylvans Osele of Kasipul, Woman Representative Rose Nyamunga and Kisumu Christine Ombaka of Siaya raised fears of the LBDA mall being sold to a private investor. They accused the Jubilee administration of deliberately refusing to bail out the mall with the aim of pushing the bank to auction it to top Jubilee officials. Evans Atera, the acting manager of LBDA, revealed that the loan of 2.5 billion shillings that had been taken to construct the mall is accruing interest amounting to 20 million shillings every month.
We know that there are some monkey business concerning the Lake Basin Mall in Kisumu, that secretly the government, the people in Jubilee, they are having a plan to sell it to the private investors.
It is very unfortunate. For us, the mall must be paid for fully. because the government was aware from day one. That is a government project. It is not a Luo project. It is not a Nyanza project. That is a government project. It has to be done. A lake basin is under government. Whatever they start, they must complete. So what we are saying, they are not going to sell that property to anybody. And if it is incitement, I can tell everybody for free that should anybody buy that mall, we will lead our people. Nobody will occupy that mall. If that is the way the government wants to administer justice, it will not be done.
It is disturbing this county today, which is a matter of exclusivity. We would wish to state that this one is a government parastatal. And whatever happens in a government parastatal within Nyeri, the same thing that must or should happen to a government parastatal in Nyanza or in Kisumu. So we are advising that the head of state directs relevant authorities to ensure this matter is sorted as fast as possible.
The mall was constructed at a 4.2 billion. It's a 4.2 billion project, and that has not been paid, and our ministry is now working on the same to be able to see that it's paid up.
Let's revisit our top story. Kenya's Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Nkaissery has cautioned the youth against being used by politicians to fuel violence during this electioneering period. Speaking to thousands of young people at Kisaju, Isinya in Kajiado West, Nkaissery said a crackdown on youth inciting each other on social media has already begun.
Friday evening saw outspoken Jubilee Majority Leader Eden Duale spend nearly 3 hours at the Directorate of Criminal Investigations recording a statement concerning a leaked audio clip of his political strategy meeting in Garissa town.
I will be the last person to be involved or perceived to be engaging in ethnic profiling.
But even as he defends himself, his alleged utterances continue to draw fury from a section of leaders in Ukambani who are demanding his arrest, prosecution and resignation as majority leader.
Go slow. Duale, we are not people to be taken for granted. We Kambas are very peaceful people. Sisi ni wapenda amani. Sisi ni watu ambao hatutaki kuchezewa.
Mind your language. Respect us. You're a leader in parliament. No wonder my MP nowadays misbehave in parliament. If you're leading them in parliament and you're behaving like that, how do you expect the members of parliament to behave?
Leader of minority in the National Assembly, Francis Nyenze, calling for tough sanctions against him.
I'm appealing to the International Criminal Court to prosecute Honorable Duale for trying to promote genocide against our community.
However, security boss Joseph Nkaissery has chosen to speak directly to the youth, warning them of dire consequences should they agree to be used by politicians to engage in violence during this electioneering season.
What the government is advising, especially the youth, is to make sure that they don't break the law, they don't follow unnecessary intimidation from politicians, and they don't get, carried away by sentiments.
On Thursday, President Uhuru Kenyatta had drawn the red line on the same.
Mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu safari hii, yule ambaye atadhubutu kutisha mwananchi ati wewe ni hii, wewe ni ile, wewe huwezi kuongea hapa, ujue ile hatua utachukuliwa, ni wewe na Mungu yako mtaombana.
Both leaders, Farah Maalim and Eden Duale, have recorded statements at DCI as NCIC says it's probing the audio clip. Duncan Hemba, KTN.
The Kenya Red Cross Society has started destocking livestock in drought-ravaged Tana River County, where more than 120,000 people face famine. The society is buying livestock from pastoralists, slaughtering them and distributing meat to residents in a program that will cost 7.5 million shillings. Red Cross officials, accompanied by livestock and public health officers, assess the animals' health and agree on the price. Cows are being bought for between 10 and 15,000 shillings, while faggots fetch between 5 and 3,000 shillings. A ship is being bought for between 2 and 3,000 shillings. KRC Coast Regional Manager Hassan Musa says the week-long program aims to help the pastoralists get funds and meat.
Tunaona bado kuna shida inatumulika kwa muda wa pengine mwezi moja, miezi miwili ijayo tuweza kuwa na matatizo ya maji. Pia shughuli hii ni muhimu, ingawa imekuja, na tunaishukuru sana serikali pamoja na shirika hii kwa kutukumbuka. Tunasema bado, ingawa ni kidogo tumeshukuru, lakini tunasema tunaomba serikali tuongezee tena. Mifugo waliochinjwa haiwezi kukidhi mahitaji ya jamii kwa wakati huu, lakini ni afadhali kidogo kuliko kukosa kabisa.
Katika Tana River tumelenga sehemu sub-county 3 ikiwa Bura sub-county and then Galole na Tana Delta, lakini sana ile area ambayo zimeathirika zaidi ni Bura na Galole sub-county. Kuna sehemu ambazo tunazilenga sisi kama Red Cross katika mradi huu, ni zile ambazo ni vigumu watu kufika. Ni kama kilomita 100 ama kilomita 60 kutoka Hola ama kutoka Madogo. Ni sehemu ambazo ukienda inakuchukua zaidi ya masaa mawili au masaa matatu kutoka aidha Hola ama utoke Madogo. Kwa hiyo ni area ambazo zimeathirika kwa kiwango kikubwa na ukame huu.
Sawa. Hii ni wakati ambayo kwamba watoto wanaenda shule, unaona soko hakuna. Hii pesa ambayo tumepata ni kama tumepata double. Kwa hivyo hii shirika tunasema asante sana, ili wazidi kufanya hii kazi. Hii watu wa mifugo, kwa sababu hawana mahali. Akaunti yetu ndio hii. Pesa ambayo tunategemea ndio hii. Kuishi kwetu ndio hii mifugo. Kama ikikosekana, sisi sote tunakuwa maskini. Kwa sababu angalia ukame vile ilikuwa imekuja. Karibu mwezi 6, mwezi 7. Hakuna mvua. Saa hii tumepata hii msimu kidogo hivi.
Well, that story brings us to a close here on a Weekend at 1. We thank you for watching. Our sign language interpreter is Meresha Owiti. My name is Mitchelle Ngele. Have a good afternoon. Let's now leave you with the weather forecast.